We have a $10 donation from Elena, Elena, sorry. Says, I still can't sleep due to the horrors of Resident Evil 7 run. At least I get to stay up for Toy Story. We have a $30 donation from Mutopia. Gotta see that Superman 64. And that's right, Superman 64 is a bonus game, but we gotta get our donations in. We're currently at $7,618.88 out of 30,000. Let's get that money in. Superman 64 is kind of bizarre. I don't think it's really a game. I think it's more if you just kind of puked into a Nintendo 64 and turned it on. I'm pretty sure Superman 64 is what would appear on the screen. It's a complete mess, but we do have to get those donations in so we can see exactly how broken it can get. So let's get that money in. And we will be right back, but first we're going to play a brief ad from Twitch. Now remember, we have some great shirts up on the Yeti during the entire event. The Yeti is actually an official merch sponsor for Games Done Quick, and they've been supporting these events since 2012. You can get official AGDQ tees and more at theyeti.com. That's TEE.com. We have an anonymous $1,000 donation. With the comment, Happy New Year! Love AGDQ. Keep up the good work. We have an anonymous $30 donation. Says, just take my money. We have a $40 donation from Anton Denstor. It says, hi, hello. We have a $5 donation from Joanne. Hello from work. GDQ puts a smile on my face twice every year. Thank you to everyone involved, the runners, the couch members, the commentators, tech support, attendees, and everyone in or behind the scenes. My grandfather passed from lung cancer nearly 18 years ago, and it's my hope that every child grows up with their family. Donation to running the amazing Superman 64. We have a $10 donation from Jamo, donating for that high-energy Toy Story run. Good work, everyone involved. We have a $50 donation from Matt, simply says, much love. We have an anonymous $15 donation. Shout out to the people still awake and keeping it alive. Money goes to Superman's run. As it should. We have a $50 donation from Aid. Thank you again for another great event. Amazing work for an amazing cause, and an amazing effort by all of the runners. Another upcoming incentive is the Toad Choice for Battletoads. Now, this actually does affect the run. Each Toad does have their own moveset. In first place currently, we have Pimple with $754.22. In second place is Zetz with $332.22. And in last place with a mere $60 is Rash. So if you want to change that up and see someone other than Pimple, get that money in. Now we're ready to kick off Holy Diver with White Hat.
So I'm going to reset and mash start. It's going to be as soon as this transition. And go. All right, so for anyone that hasn't seen this game before, this is Holy Diver. This is a Famicom-only NES game, so it was only released in Japan. This game has a reputation of being one of, if not the most difficult games to beat, casually at least. Speedrun, it's probably a little bit of a different story. But some of the main issues you see right there are the knockback. The knockback is pretty brutal in this game. Much like Castlevania Ninja Gaiden, you get crippling knockback when you get hit. So you lose complete control on a knockback, and there are many, many pits in this game. So this first stage actually has no RNG at all, unlike every other stage in the game. And that's the first stage. We're gonna fight the first boss here. It's a pretty nice quick kill. You can get in enough hits. All right, a little bit slow, but that was not too bad. All right, you can go for a donation in between stages here.
All right, we have a $20 donation from Ice Plug. Good luck, White Hat, and party on.
Thanks, Ice Plug. All right, so we're on to the second stage. Each stage gets progressively harder. We got a new ability after beating that previous stage, the Blizzard ability, which you will see on the next screen, not this one. You can use it on this screen, but it's a little bit faster to just damage boost through all these parts. And you change your weapon by hitting select. You see I turn blue, that's when your magic spell is active. So the patterns of these bats are random. I try to mash start on power on to try and get a consistent pattern. I'm not entirely sure if that's a thing and it really works, but I seem to get fairly consistent patterns. So this is Blizzard. It freezes lava. It freezes, oh, that was close. It freezes small enemies, and it is essential for getting through some of these screens here. So I'll be switching back and forth between Twin Fire, which is this double shot. And there you go. That's the knockback there. I missed killing the guy in the air. It's no big deal. There we go. So he drops a magic refill, which we need. We were running low on magic normally for this part. You need to use Blizzard to get out of the lava there. This screen is a couple of damage boosts. This jump across this gap right here is pretty ridiculous, so I always opt to just damage boost off a tier there. Grab a 1-up on our way. There's a health container right here at the end. That's going to refill all our health and give us 1 extra bar. Ooh, this is an unfortunate pattern. I'm dead. So those bats, like I said, are random. And if they give me a certain pattern, it can kind of screw me over. All right, this one should work. So going for this damage boost strat through this room is risky. You do risk dying. The dragons do 1 full bar of damage, so you can only take a couple of hits before you die. And that's the second boss. The bosses, apart from 1 or 2 of the bosses, the stages are the true boss of this game. All right, we're already off to stage 3. So we got a new ability again. You get a new ability after every stage. We got the Breaker ability, which is an extremely powerful attack. Allows us to do, if you put the main part of the attack on an enemy, it does damage per frame. So you can rack up a ton of damage on an enemy pretty quickly. All right, we're gonna drop down here. We need to get the high jump boots. You cannot get past. All right, there's our blizzard. Actually, did not mean to do that. I wanted to do breaker strats, but we'll just go with it. So these fish enemies are the first enemy in the game that are not affected by blizzard. Oh, this is bad. I don't have any magic here. Looks like we're taking a death. So we're doing that to just refill our magic real quick.
We have the $5 donation from NPC205. I remember when FunkDoc ran this and I tried to play this game. After level 2, I decided to leave this to the experts. Have fun with this, White Hat, and enjoy watching the awesome games you stream.
Thank you. All right, so you can see how much damage the breaker does if you land it like right on those fish. This room right here actually has no RNG. You do it the same way every time, you will get the exact same result. We're gonna go for a nifty damage boost through this room. Hopefully this guy gives me the usable pattern. That's fine. There we go. There's a weird thing with how enemies damage boost you in this game. No matter where you hit an enemy on their sprite, they will boost you the direction they are moving. So it can lead to some pretty awkward damage boosts. And that was a boss. You can go for another donation.
We have an anonymous $40 donation. Keep up the good work, AGDQ. Love watching the runs.
All right, now we're on to stage 4. And this is where the game decides it wants you to quit. Like, the game really stops playing around on this. Like, this first screen is harder than anything in the entire first 3 stages. Like, you see, we talked about the knockback, but this entire first screen is just all pits. That's all right. Actually, gonna game over here on purpose. It's a little too risky to go with 1 life through the rest of this stage. So we'll just take a quick game over. This game does have unlimited continues, so not a big deal. Yeah, this first screen is extremely difficult. I'm going for some risky strats, trying not to slow down as much as possible. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. That's more like it. So that's usually the scariest part of this actual stage. It's that first screen. And you'll see I'm not fighting hardly any enemies. The safest way and fastest way through most of these screens is to just damage boost through everything. Like, these guys take a lot of hits to kill. And if you can just get through with only taking 1 hit, that's a much better alternative. All right, now hopefully by activating this overdrive, that was our new spell we got. We're gonna be killing this guy and picking up. I wanted that health. We're gonna have to take another death now. In this room that I just walked through, there's actually an item. I call it the cane. It cuts the magic requirements of all your spells, cuts them in half. It makes the end of the game a bit easier, but it costs about 25 seconds to go pick it up. So I pretty much always opt to skip that. And now, all of a sudden, we're a dragon. So you need to kill that guy and get this dragon, because I don't think you can get across the screen without it. And we have 2 more tough rooms here before the boss. Now these golems right here do 3 full damage if you touch their body. I got a war pattern from those guys. Or we just gotta wait for this guy to get out of our way. Ideally, you take a shot from a fireball and boost right off him. It's alright. You saw that 3 damage right there. There we go. That's the jump I wanted. Take an intentional hit there just to be safe. And now we were coming up to the stage 4 boss, which is the hardest boss in the game. Okay. We killed 2 of the eyes. We should be hopefully good here. All right. There we go. Woo! That boss is a little bit scary at only 1 life. All right, so we got a long cutscene here. You can do some more donations.
All right. We have a $20 donation from Abdicator. Greetings from Finland. There will be an additional donation if you sing at least 2 lines of Dio's Holy Diver in your best Dio imitation voice. Money goes towards Super Monkey Ball Master Stages, because who doesn't love more monkeying around?
I don't know about that one. Actually, I'm gonna game over again. This is stage 5 is the longest stage in the game, so there's lots of things that can go wrong, specifically towards the end. All right, we're off. All right, so yeah, stage 5 is the longest stage in the game. It's an extremely hard stage to hit everything in like a PB attempt. It's very difficult. There's so many rooms, and there's lots of RNG with the enemies. All right, I think I forgot to mention there is an input glitch with this game, which makes it fairly annoying. If you press any 2 buttons, so anything on the D-pad, A, B, start, select, anything, press any 2 buttons on the same frame, guaranteed one of them gets eaten. Guaranteed. So if you're standing next to, say, the edge of a pit, and you hit like right and jump on the same frame, like expecting that you would, jump across the pit like a normal game. No, this game will guarantee drop the jump. The jump is lowest priority, so it will guarantee drop that first. It is 100% consistent, so once you know how it works, it's up to you to avoid it. And we turn into a dragon a couple times again. So yeah, actually a little bit about the story of this game. It is called Holy Diver, but we are actually not playing as Ronnie James Dio. We were playing as Randy Rhoads, who is actually, I believe he was a guitarist for Quiet Riot and Ozzy Osbourne. And we are on a quest to save our brother, Zakk Wylde. He's going to be at the end of this stage. And you see we just damage boost through all these robots. Those robots in particular take a ton of hits to kill. So it is much more preferable to just let them boost you through. And you can see the power of the breaker. You put the starting like ball of the breaker on an enemy, it does damage per frame and can melt just about everything. This guy is a fixed health drop that we want. I need these guys to shoot low. There we go. This room casually is incredibly difficult. But as a speedrun, we are just gonna boost our way through everything. That looked scary, but it was planned. I'm gonna get a magic refill here. And the boss is in just the next room. Another full health refill. That is a fixed drop. And we're going to see our first use of thunder. This was what we got for beating stage 4. So we're going to do a couple of thunder shots here, and then we're just going to go into the corner with overdrive and just hang out here while it does damage to him. All right, relax, buddy. So there actually is a thing. This boss can soft lock. He can get stuck outside of the wall on the right there. And if that happens, he can't get back in, and so he can't kill you, and you can't kill him, so you're stuck in there. And there is Zach Wild. And we are off to the final stage, stage 6. Arguably the hardest stage.
We have a $50 donation from Kevin64. White Hat's brother here. Mel, Link the Corgi, and I are cheering you on from New York City. Keep up the great work, everyone.
All right, so we're starting off with that's a tricky double damage boost. If you miss that, you instantly lose 30 seconds. You have to fall all the way down and pick up one of those dragon power-ups to fly back up. There is a bottom route through this stage, which it is awful. All right, we're just gonna boost through this guy. There's a one up here we're gonna come back and grab. So what we got for beating stage 5, we got the cape. What the cape does is it like pretty much doubles our defense. So these golem guys, which in stage 4 they did 3 full damage to us. Now they only do 1 full damage, which is still a lot, but it is much nicer. All right, so this is a spider room. Another horrible room casually. Every time you kill one of these spiders, another one respawns from the top of the screen. So the strat is you just go fast, and they don't have time to respawn. Taking that fireball hit there buffers enough time so you just jump over right after you take the hit. Just got one more guy here to jump over. This next room we're going to use Blizzard 2 times to get through. Finally some enemies we can freeze again. And we're going to be coming up to the hardest rooms in the game. Just 2 rooms from now. You can make it through this room. The task goes through this room without using Blizzard, but it is... Oh, thanks, buddy. Alright, so we're going to use Overdrive to get through this room. We really need to use only 1 Overdrive to get through this room. Since we skipped that cane in stage 4, we do not really have magic to spare here in this final room. Alright, so this is the face room. This room absolutely destroys people casually. And even speedrunning, even 1 mistake on this room, you're dead. Alright, so we have to kill all these faces. No other way around it. Even the task has to kill them. It's weird. The most dangerous one is still to come. It's the very last one. Got a Blizzard to get out. There we go. We got 1 more room and then the final boss. blizzard right away, or else there's enemies spawning from the side. Nice. That was pretty much a perfect climb there. And we're on to the final boss. So this is the final boss. We're just going to hit him with a ton of thunder attacks. The one scary thing about this boss is that he can, after we kill him, can soft lock the game. So we're going to cross our fingers on killing this guy. Hopefully he does not soft lock us. All right, Spider, get out of here. So I'm going to wait a full extra cycle to kill this last piece. All right, so we got our fingers crossed that we don't soft lock here. We don't entirely know what causes it. And it did not soft lock. All right, so time is going to be on the final hit on this guy. I will let you know. This guy has 30 HP. We only need to mash for about 3 seconds to kill him. And time. All right, so that's not too bad of a time for having to game over twice and having some major time losses. But yeah, I want to give a major shout out to FunkDoc. He was the original runner of this game. He put in a ton of work. And I'd like to shout out John2DX. He helped come up with a lot of new strats that helped shave a lot of time off the old world record. And yeah, that is it for me for now. I will be back later tomorrow in the awful block. But yeah, we're just starting the awesome NES block, so make sure to stay tuned. That is it.